moment about seeking the knowledge is the real thing that that kind of keeps you going. At that, when you mentioned that, that was also I realized that that was the real feeling I have also. So that was very well said. Thank you.
Yeah.
So people who are guest listeners, you can unmute yourself and you can ask questions or comments.
So I don't have a question, but it was very interesting to see both Gunds and Shantha, how they went through the journey in many ways different and in many ways similar. So it was quite enlightening, very eye-opening for me. I've never read the Gita before. So now I think these people have invoked a curiosity in us as well. At least I speak for myself, in me at least, to know about the others. Thank you very much, guys.
Arun, I just want to, you asked the question to Swamiji whether you have to be religious to study Gita. I was not religious at all because I was scared of doing rituals, because then it becomes a big process and I have to commit to doing it. So I do small things here and there, but never did big rituals. And I've seen many of my friends, they do a lot of pujas and other things very regularly. I was not disciplined at all in doing those. I do it at my own convenience. That's how I used to be. So I was not religious, so to speak.
Yeah, thank you.
So this is Ranjini. I just wanted to say that I'm kind of like Arun and probably like Shantha when she said that she was in a simple phase of her life. I probably am in the phase where I did not know where to get started, but it's really been helpful to listen to your journeys and kind of gives me the inspiration to sort of jump in and start on it. I've always wanted to get involved, but didn't know where to start. And it seemed like really overwhelming, to tell you the truth, to just even know how to start in learning more. So thank you for just sharing. And it's been really inspiring to hear all of you.
This is Vidya, Shantha and Rajesh. Thank you so much. Contacts, I joined very late. I had some other commitment, but it was worthwhile to come late. And that reflects what Shantha said. It's never too late or never too early to, join. And I'm glad I joined because I do relate to Shanta's aha moment, and I missed Guntax's aha moment, but it is important that we get somewhere, that aha moment, and continue the journey, and hope to continue with this group. I know, Guntax, you have been asking me for last 3 years to join the group, and every time I had some other commitment that I have to finish. And today I said, well, even if it's late, even if it's 5 minutes, I will join late. And I'm glad I did that. Thank you.
Vidya, one thing I want to add, sometimes what happens is it's 9 o'clock Eastern time, right? This group, we meet. Sometimes it will be like a breakfast time, people getting up late or something. While I listen to it, I just do the work as well with my video off. I didn't want to miss the people talking. They do so good. So I always stop the video, do the stuff, then I come back to my laptop.
Yeah, I have other class commitments, so maybe I have to change the class.
Okay.
Okay, any questions from the fellow Gita study members?
I had a question of what Kanchi asked the Swaminand. Did you ask because you are not feeling religious, or did you ask because you want to convey how you want to tell your kids? Like, I'm trying to see where that question came from. Like, what was in your mind that you asked that question?
Yeah, very good question, Vidya. Actually, I've always questioned if Gita is a religious text or download or not. So, because a lot of people debate about that, and that's one. And the other is I have never been religious. Maybe I was religious when I was a kid, when I was with my parents and all that, but that slowly went away over a period of time to the point where, like Shanta said, I've been completely, non-religious, doing none of the rituals, and I don't think doing rituals is being religious, or going to the temple is being religious either. So you can say, I'm probably a confused person, and hence the question. And I think the way he answered was he had to then get the context of what religious meant. And so he established that context and then answered the question. Now, I'm not totally convinced if the context that he established is right or wrong, but it is what it is. I mean, I don't have the knowledge to actually judge or, rate what it said.
Mm.
If I may add here, just on that question, this is Kishore, by the way. So if we consider like going to temples and rituals as being, or conducting regular rituals as being religious, then I mean that's the general kind of feeling, right? If you ask anybody if they're religious, are they kind of either God-fearing, God-loving, ritualistic? Things of that come to mind, at least for me. I would say for me personally, I am not, right? I mean, if that is the definition, I personally don't see me doing any of that. I wasn't in the last many years now. So I kind of see where your question is coming from, and the way Swamiji answered it is basically by defining what then is religion. If you're believing in the existence of, so that's where the importance of understanding what he said is key here, because I don't want you to leave with the feeling that, hey, I really need to get back into rituals and things like that. It's not the case, right? So what he's saying is there is this underlying reality that you need to discover for yourself, and that's what he was pointing towards. If that is considered as religion, then you need to be religious, is what he meant. So I just want to make sure you that understanding is okay. But when you leave, you leave with that understanding that it is not the typical understanding of religion.
Yeah. Well, actually, I understand some of it. I don't know if I fully realize and understand, and it actually opens a lot more questions. So the more we talk about it, there are more questions. And
I think I think what he said about Shraddha being belief pending inquiry, right? I think that's probably what we need to bring to the study of the Gita, is we believe what it's saying. Yeah.
Right. And we do that all the time, isn't it?
Right. Right.
Even with, if you're attending a physics lecture, you've kind of implicitly given the lecturer some kind of respect. That's why you're sitting there saying that, hey, this person actually most likely knows more than I do, and hence I might be able to gain something from this. So we have kind of implicitly given that first, and then we are asking ourselves, is this really useful to me? Right. So that's the same thing that is being asked.
Right. The example I like to use is, why is negative times negative a positive? I don't know, but I take when we learned it as a child, we just took it. That is it, right? So we believe that negative times negative turns into positive, and sometime later, maybe if you have the bent of mind, you can inquire into it and maybe learn why it is so. I don't know. I still take it as belief.
Yeah,
but it's something along the same lines.
Yeah, I think you believe or you give in to it until it's disproved
Right. You take it as a given.
Point in time. Yeah, take it as a given until then. Yeah, but with the context of religious, it's easy to define what it's not. And everyone says this, it's not this, it's not this, it's not that, where it is very difficult to say what it is. And I think that's the challenge that even very, very experienced and learned people like the Swami as well struggles with, not just us. He has his own struggles as well.
Yeah, my 2 cents on that, Kanchi, would be don't bring in religion or any of those preconceived sort of thoughts into your mind as you think about Gita. Think about it as one way to delve into the vast possibilities of this universe, and at one level, and at another level about a way of life. And like many things that we do, I mean, it's very hard to comprehend things until you get into it. So the idea would be to just go in with an open mind and then see it for yourself.
Yeah, I think Ajay, you summarized it very well. That's the best answer I got today. Yeah,
I think most of us, most of us would not, at least I don't, believe that I'm religious. I think a lot of us come from that sort of, mindset. And I still feel it's very relevant. The Gita, studying the Gita is very relevant. It's very helpful. And it really causes you to think in, in very different ways that brings a lot of calm and peacefulness to oneself. So there are a lot of benefits, whether you're religious or not.
Hey, I just want to add to that, to what Manu was saying. So Kanchi, Bhagavad Gita, all the Upanishads, everything is Q&A. That's what I really love about all of these scriptures. It's all Q&A. So what we are doing right now is also a Q&A. The entire thing is based on, in the case of Bhagavad Gita, is Arjuna asking Krishna questions, and then he answers, and then sometimes Arjuna just deflects and goes off in another direction, and then I just find that very intriguing. Very intriguing, and it's a lot of psychological education. There's so many, there's layers and layers of depths to that. It only depends on how far or how deep you want to go. So from that point of view, like Manu was saying, I don't think I'm religious at all, but I just find it extremely insightful. I have found it very, very insightful. And very logical. The way the explanations are laid out, it's extremely logical. And if you think about it, it's like, I always call it forehead slapping. You feel like, okay, well, how didn't I think of that? It's very logical.
Yeah, well, as I really see, there's a lot of homogeneity in this group. Pretty much everyone, so far, whoever answered or commented on this said is not religious, yet reading the books, reading Bhagavad Gita and understanding, and for various reasons, from Q&A point of view to Ajay's point of view, it's fantastic. So yeah, I guess I should pick it up and start reading. And maybe first listening, like I think some of you guys started listening to the interpretation by other people. So that might be a good start, like an audiobooks, right? And then, yeah, that's it.
Hey, Arun and everyone. Hi, this is Lakshmi. I just wanted to let you know one thing I understood from what Swami was saying is, well, Bhagavad Gita is not affiliated to any religion. So if you have the curiosity to know who am I, kind of, then that's the path to take. But again, he said that one has to know what Ishvara means and believe in Ishvara. But again, he said that one other thing is when you start reading Bhagavad Gita, you'll know what it is. Bhagavad Gita clearly explains what Ishvara is. So maybe I am struggling myself too. So I'm a very starter. So if you join this group, probably it'll help. And Rajesh will lead. And there are a lot of other people like Alpana and everyone who will help you out too. So good luck.
So thanks. I think it's 8:05 in Pacific here, and I know already Alpana must be dozing off pretty much soon. So Kanchi, I can go one step forward. I can say, forget being religious. You can even be an atheist to read Bhagavad Gita. So don't even bother about it. As long as as long as one thinks that yes, I have an open mind, the new subject I want to learn. It doesn't really matter what your religious inclinations are, what your concept about God is, what your concept about yourself is. It really doesn't matter. So just come with an open mind. Spend maybe 6 months or 3 months to diligently study half an hour, 1 hour per day, and then figure it out. And like what Swamiji said, it doesn't. No problem.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Someone share some of the videos or audios that would be good for like a total beginner. Where to get started is some of the stuff that I struggle with. So I know folks mentioned what was helpful when they started on their journey. So is it possible to share?
Absolutely.
If you can share those links.
Share all the videos and everything with you. No issues at all on that. You can reach out to any one of us there and we'll do that. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. All right. I think my apologies, bad time management today, but thank you so much. Look forward to